Guys, okay, today we're going to be doing a full face of testing new drugstore makeup. I have a bunch of products in here and let's just jump right into it. So all these products are not necessarily new at the drugstore, but they are new to me and they are drugstore products. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to put my hair back, take my glasses off, and we will begin. Okay guys, hair is back, and let's start by priming my skin. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day Oil-Free Serum. This is supposed to be like a priming serum. Looks like this. It's hypoallergenic, paraben-free, gluten-free, oil-free, and dermatologist tested, clinically tested, and cruelty-free. So let's just, we're gonna shake this up. And then, let's see. Oh, so it does have a really strong rose scent, which is not necessarily my favorite, but it's a little dropper. And let's just put a drop in the back of my hand and see. Okay, so it's a really pretty, iridescent sheen. Can you see that? The scent is decent, pretty strong, which I don't like, but it did give a really pretty sheen to the back of my hand. But as you can see, my finger is now coated in pink. So we're just gonna apply some to the skin and see how it goes. So it gave a really pretty glow to the skin. However, it didn't do much to actually hydrate my face. It just gave a glow. My face still feels very dry, if that makes sense. I don't know how I liked it. I don't really think that's gonna be for me, but it did give a nice glow to the skin, which is on brand. I guess we're going for a very glowy makeup look today because the foundation I'm gonna use is the Born to Glow by NYX. Now, I didn't have a new drugstore foundation because I do test foundations quite frequently. So I didn't really have a new one, but I haven't used this one in a very long time since I did that testing video, so we are going to use this. I have my dampened sponge, and I'm just gonna apply this. I forgot how nice of a coverage that actually is. So it is a light to medium coverage, which I don't mind. It just looks so pretty. I forgot how nice that looks. But I do notice, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, look at the weirdness I have going on right here. And I'm thinking it's that primer because that foundation didn't do it last time. It just looks very, almost textured and weird, right in here and right around here. I don't know. I don't think that primer's for me. Definitely don't. It's not what I'm gonna gravitate towards using again, just because it's not what I prefer. And then for concealer and powder, I wanted to use that foundation because I have the concealer to go with it that I wanted to try. This is the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer, which I've never used, so I wanted to use it in conjunction with the foundation it was meant for. And then I have this Catrice Cosmetics Brightening Light Illusion Loose Powder in a yellow matte. I'm hoping this will not be too yellow, deep yellow for my skin tone. Usually yellow powders are too deep for my skin tone, so we are going to try these together real quick. Ooh, so it is a puff, which I like. Ooh, okay. So it comes out like that, and we're just gonna put, I'll start with a little bit in the inner corner, just going like this. And I'm gonna put some down the center of my face, just to help try to brighten it up. And then a little bit around my nose and my mouth. So it gave a nice light to medium coverage. I'm going to try to build it up under the eyes just a little bit because I do have a little bit of darkness going on. Other than that, I love the glow. It did give a nice glow. But I'm just going to try to take a little bit more and see how buildable this is because I do want to get a little more coverage under the eyes. Okay, I mean, it built up a little bit, but it definitely is not full coverage. I don't mind it. I actually really like it. It covered nicely, and it looks really, like, it looks so, it makes my under eyes look very, like, healthy. And my skin currently looks very healthy because it's got that nice glow to it. But I'm going to real quick set it. Okay, we're not gonna let that bake. We're gonna wipe that away. I don't know if you can see that color difference. No. Hopefully it doesn't leave that big of a color under my eyes because that's not what I like to go for at all. So we are going to try to brush that away. Look at it. It looks very yellow. It's just not for my skin tone. I have yet to find a yellow powder that is suitable for my skin tone. This is definitely not it. I look very, oh gosh, you guys, I don't like what it did. Look at that. And you see how crepey and weird it looks? And it just looks so yellow, like I look like I have jaundice under my eyes. No, thank you. Like, it's very a patchy yellow. I don't like the way it looks. And it's not blending away nicely. Oh, goodness gracious, you guys. Okay, I don't like this powder whatsoever. It is not for me, not for my skin tone. I have yet to find a yellow powder that actually works, and I want to. I really, really do, but, like, no thank you. I'm going to real quick take my Lift and Illuminate powder by number 7. This isn't a new product to me. This is a product I know and love, and I'm going to try to, like, swipe that under the eyes and get rid of some of that yellowness because I can't do that. It did help to tone down that yellowness, but it's not gone. Oh, goodness. I do need to set, you know, like, my mouth area and, like, in between my eyebrows and things. So I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Satin Matte Powder. I love this stuff. It's not new to me, but I planned on using that yellow powder, and it's just not going to go very well. I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and lightly dust this over the areas I'd like to set. Okay, I just need to set, like, the center of my face so it doesn't crease. Really the only reason I need to set it, but I am going to spray my face using this LA Color Setting Spray. I got this in the dollar store, and I'm really intrigued and want to use it, so we are going to. Mister seems nice. Ew, this smells like rotten cucumbers. No, thank you. And it, like, drenched my face. Oh my goodness. And can you see some of those spots? It's like it's an intense mister, which I don't prefer, but we'll see what it does for the actual, like, wear of my foundation. I don't really think it helped to get rid of any powderiness. It just kind of didn't do anything. I don't know. I'm not really going to be able to test to see if it extends the wear of my foundation, but let's move on to eyes. I have a few different things I want to test. I brought out my BH Cosmetics eye lights, the 4 shades I have. I thought maybe we could try to play with those. I also have this e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadow quad in Rose Water, which is a really pretty eyeshadow palette, which I have yet to play with. And I also brought out this Rude Cosmetics Leopardina 12 eyeshadows in 4 highlighters. So I'm actually going to start with this e.l.f. bite-size quad because that's the one I want to play with the most. But there is only one matte in here, so I don't know. So we are mainly going to dip into these 2 palettes. First, I'm going to start off with the e.l.f. quad and take that shade, the only matte in the palette, and just press that into my lid. I'm not really going to prime my eyes. I have my eyes set with the powder, but I'm not really going to, like, add an extra primer. I just want to see how these work without one. So I'm going to take that eyeshadow color, or that e.l.f. quad, and just blend this into the crease. Okay, that's a really, really pretty shade. I don't really have anything a matte color to deepen it up, though. So I am going to go into this Leopardina shade and take this shade down here at the end and try to deepen this up just ever so slightly. Okay, it blended really nicely and it matches that e.l.f. shade really, really well. Let's go back to the e.l.f. palette and take this shade right here and stamp that on the outer part. No. Yeah, we're gonna stamp this. I'm gonna actually take this shade and deepen out the outer V just ever so slightly. I know it is a shimmer, I am not going to do anything insane with it. I'm just gonna take a brush and lightly stamp that on the outer V of my lid. So just like right here, just deepening it up. Such a pretty shade. And then going back in with the shade I used to blend the Rude Cosmetics palette. I'm not taking anything else on the brush, I'm just blending the shades together. And then I'm gonna take this shade in the e.l.f. palette and stamp that on the outer part of my lid. I'm gonna take it on a dry brush first and see how well it works. And then if I need to wet it, I will. I mean, it showed up nicely. However, I am gonna wet the brush just because I feel like it could pop a little more. I'm gonna take the LA Color setting spray and see if this will help. Oh yeah, definitely did. I'm actually gonna apply that all over the lid. We're gonna just keep it very simple today. So pretty. So that deeper shade in the e.l.f. palette did give us just a little bit of fallout. I'm gonna try to wipe it away just using my powder brush. Okay, and that wiped away so easily. And then I'm gonna take the Rude Cosmetics eyeshadow palette and go in with that same shade we used in the crease and just stamp that on the lower lash lines, kind of smoking it out a little bit. I'm not gonna use too many shades from the Rude Cosmetics palette just because I really wanted to play with that e.l.f. palette mainly, but I did need a slightly deeper shade to deepen up my crease. So pretty. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. palette, the quad, and take the lightest shimmer shade and stamp that into my inner corner. I'm going to wet the brush just because I feel like wetting it really does help a lot more. Okay, so that's the finished eye look. This eyeshadow palette, like this quad is really nice. You definitely can get a full cohesive look out of here. But for me personally, I do need a little more, a few more shades just to play around with. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get a full look out of here. And then I'm going to move on to bronzer real quick. I have my Ulta Beauty matte bronzer. I don't remember if I've ever used this. It's in the warm shade, and I'm just gonna bronze up my skin real quick. That's a really nice bronzer. It is very warm, which is not something I tend to gravitate towards. But it blended nicely. It's just not a shade I prefer, but it did blend really nicely. I'm gonna spray my face again with this LA Color setting spray. Oh, the smell, it just smells like rotten cucumbers, and I can't. It smells really bad. And then I'm gonna do my eyebrows using this e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. I didn't have a new eyebrow pencil, so I'm just gonna use this one. I've only used it once. It's not my favorite, but it'll do the job. Okay, eyebrows are done. Not my favorite eyebrow pencil. I like the formula and the shade, however, I don't like the shape of the actual pencil. It's too thick for someone like me who doesn't have very much or very many eyebrow hairs and has to do a lot to fill them in. But let's move on to blush. For blush, I have two cream blushes I want to play with. I don't know which one is going to, it's probably going to be this one, honestly. This one's very bright. So we are going to take the NYX Sweet Cheek Soft Cheek Tint and the shade Baby Doll and apply this. Hopefully it looks like a really pretty shade. I'm hoping it's close to the shade in the package, and let's just see. Oh, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting like a lipstick applicator. It is a cheek product. It's a mousse though. We're gonna apply a little bit on the back of my hand first. Ooh, that is a really pretty shade. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm so scared. Let's just go like this. Let's just go like this and try to blend it out. It's not moving very well. Let me take my sponge and let's just try to. The product's not moving very well. Okay, maybe that wasn't the smartest way to apply it. I don't know. The product is not moving very well at all. Let's take a little bit, I guess on the back of my hand, and dip it on my sponge and then try it. And we'll do it that way on the other side. I might have to take some powder and tone that down because it's not moving very well. So I'm going to take my sponge and a little bit on the back of my hand and just lightly dab it on, and then try to dab it onto the cheeks. I don't like that application any better. It's very splotchy with that way. So, and even I got a big splotch right here too. I don't think this product is for me. I like cream blushes, do not get me wrong. I've really been getting into cream blushes a lot lately, but this one's just very patchy, and I've applied it with my fingers on this side, and I applied it with the sponge on this side, and it's very patchy both ways. So I don't think this blush is something for me, personally. It just didn't work well. Maybe, because I do have a little bit of powder down, but I normally do powder before I put a cream blush on, so maybe if I didn't powder, I don't know, but I am going to take that same powder, which is the Makeup Revolution one, and just try to tone this down a little bit because it is a little crazy. Didn't do much. Okie dokie. Oh, that made it look a lot nicer though. But it was still really patchy. Sucks, because it's such a pretty shade and I really wanted it to work. Okay, let's move on to highlighter. Now, I don't remember if I've used this one, but this is the Catrice Deluxe Glow Highlighter. I'm going to take this shade and try to highlight under my brow bone. I have a feeling I've used this, but definitely don't remember. So I'm just going to take this and highlight under the brow bone. Okay, it's a very, very subtle highlight. Yeah, definitely very subtle. I'm done with that. We're done with that. Let's take the Rude Cosmetics palette and take one of the highlights from here. Let's take this one. No, you know what? Let's take this one. I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. Maybe that'll work a little better. Okay. Yes, please. Do you see that? That's such a nice highlight. So pretty. And then I'm going to take this shade and actually highlight my face. It's a really pretty highlighter. That is so pretty. And then I'm going to take my lip product, which is this Wet n Wild lip liner in Gone Burgundy. I'm going to apply this just ever so slightly and then mix in the Pixie Honey Sheen lip gloss. I've played with those Wet n Wild lip liners before and I love them. The shades are really, that shade I've never played with, but the formula itself I have and I love it. And then I mixed in the Pixie gloss. Gorgeous. It's got a minty feeling to it, which I actually don't mind. And then for mascara, this is a classic and I've never played with it. This is the Maybelline Great Lash. Yeah, I know. I've never used this mascara. This mascara is very, very old and I have never used it. So we are going to apply it real quick. Okay, you guys, mascara is on and I actually really like it. It's a great everyday mascara. My lashes have a lot of volume to them, which I actually like. So overall, I like it. Let's go through my final thoughts of everything. Primer, this is a no for me. I don't like the way it made my face look. This is just a no for me. Foundation, yes, I love this foundation. Concealer, yes, I will definitely use this again. That powder, The Catrice Light Illusion in the yellow matte, no thank you. Bronzer, if I'm going for a very warm look, then yes. But overall, the shade for an everyday basis is not for me. But it blended really nicely. Blush, I'm very sad about the blush. I really wanted it to work. The Catrice highlighter palette, no. The Rude Cosmetics highlighter, though, yes. The eyebrow, I like the shade, I like the formula, but I don't like how thick the pencil is. Eyeshadow, yes, I liked the e.l.f. palette and I liked the Rude palette when I played with it. Mascara, yes. Lips, yes. I think that's it. Oh, setting spray, no. I just don't feel like it did anything for my actual makeup. No thank you. But you guys, that is all. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe down below. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And you guys can follow me on all my social media down below as well. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you guys for watching and I hope you enjoyed. And I can't wait to see the next one. Bye!